Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good morning. Today is the 11th of June and this is part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Bromley Pageant of Motoring. Sadly, this is the very last Bromley Pageant of Motoring because of the ultra-low emission zone expansion. The Borough of London, as you might be able to tell, is not a friend of the channel. And he says we can't talk about diesels, so therefore we will not be doing that, viewers. If I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements, music, if I just generally make a hash of it and there's wind noise, I do apologise, I'm afraid it's just the way it goes on this channel. So we finished part 3 on this Lotus Esprit and we'll continue on this line with some more Mercedes. This is an SL, this is the R107 type and it's on an 8182 registration. It's a 380 SL. Very late one for the generation is this 8889 R107. Interior is only very slightly different actually. Very long production life, I think 71 to 89, for about 18 years. Then classic W123 on a personal plate. I hope this is a petrol one.
Is it really for sale?
Yeah, just a 200, so the bottom of the run, but still very nice. W124, more actually appropriately an A124 this is, because the A is for the convertible versions, with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. So this is actually an E-Class by this stage. We didn't start out being called the E-Class, but by 95-96 when this one was made, that's what they were known as. This one I think is a little bit earlier, but to the personal plate, so I'm not entirely sure. We can also have a look at the back if the trim badge is still on it. Yeah, that's an E320. That's an E220. Same engine as the one that I drove, which wasn't actually badged as an E220 Coupe, it's badged as a 220 CE from 1993. Again, this one, beige leather interior with wood, and that I do approve of. Very nice, because I do like a nice beige leather interior. We've got headlamp wipers on both. That one we're going to have to skip because it's got the wrong engine in it. Thanks, Mayor of London. Right, V8 bi-turbo C-Class. You know, one of the everyday cars we have is a 205 series C-Class like this one. It's an S205 C200 Sport Estate. It's not the C63 AMG S though. This is considerably faster. Considerably faster. More my style is this R129 type SL, 1999 to 2000 plate, and yes, it's got a beige leather interior with wood. That's more my kind of thing. SL320 CL600 V12 2006 to 7. Let's just have another look at that interior though. Very nice. That's sort of got a beige leather interior. It's more cream. I don't know. It's got wood as well. I didn't expect a black car to have such a nice beige leather interior. Well, we've got some more beige leather interiors, viewers. We're doing very well today, aren't we? I do like a nice beige leather interior. This one's got piping, but it's not contrasting piping. My favourite are the beige leather interiors with the contrasting piping. 420 SEC, not entirely sure what year that is. 300 CE, 1991-1992 registration. I think these are an upgrade, these wheels. Again, lots and lots of lovely beige, lots and lots of lovely wood. Excellent, thank you. And then, yes, we don't like the Mayor of London's ultra-emission zone expansion, do we, viewers? We certainly do not approve. Right, SL 2007 to 8. This one. Oh, and Lamborghini. Is that a Gallardo? I don't know. I'm probably asking the wrong person. If you want to know about Lamborghinis, viewers, don't have stuff like that on my channel. Not most of the time anyway. SL350. Another one of these R129s. SL500. Take a look at this R107 first, though, because it's the 420 SL, and it's got a very nice beige leather interior with wood. Ooh. I think I prefer this one here, the R107, to this one. I mean, this is still very nice, but there's something about that one I prefer. It might be something to do with the fact that this one's actually for sale, and it's called Stuart at 07973 212 306. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Right, let's move on now. 500 SCL with the air idle hydraulic suspension with 3.5 engine, imported presumably from America, left-hand drive with American style plates on it. Sort of very classic looking, isn't it? 1982 to 83 W123 Pagoda SL. Probably imported again, left-hand drive, for some manual. Most of them I see are actually automatics at shows and things like that. 230E, top of the range. It's an 83. Excellent. Ooh, it's one of these, Mercedes 220 SE automatic 1965. This was a very expensive car when it was new. These were unbelievably expensive. They're very, very nice though. It's a beautiful car. Wow. Then a G-Wagen, I'm not exactly sure what year that is. Look at those monstrous wheels on it. Wow. W201 190. I've driven one of these actually. It was most agreeable. This one is, sorry, not sure. That's a rather interesting steering wheel and gear lever combination, isn't it? Yes. Another one of these C63S's, bonkers fast. What on earth is that BMW 1 Series doing in this section? Never mind, we'll just keep going because we haven't got time to sort of ponder such things, I'm afraid. We've got an awfully long way to go. If that's an M140i, that'd be very fast. 2015-16 plate. Right, we have to skip this Defender viewers because it will have an engine that we can't discuss in it. Likewise, I'm probably going to skip this Evoque. The Discovery will probably have the trimmed edition on the back, so that might help us out a bit. Actually, we can just look at the oh no, that's a petrol one. Interesting. Evoque convertible. 2016-17. Discovery. Yep. Thought so, but I skipped that one. This classic Range Rover by Overfinch will be a petrol though, and it's got a very, very strange steering wheel. I can't believe Overfinch started modifying Range Rovers that early on, but clearly they did, because here is one. 1989 to 90, 1963 Land Rover Series 2A, 1991 to 1992 classic Range Rover, we have Vogue, ooh, very nice, Lancia Delta HF Integrale, most agreeable. Might be an Evolution 2 or something like that. These are worth a lot of money, aren't they? 1973-74 Lancia 2000. Final facelift for these. If you look at the Grand Thrift Auto channel, you can have a look at one of these. I don't know if it's actually this one. It could be another one. This is the start of sort of the Fiat influence in Lancia. Right, there's that Lamborghini again. one little space for it. A Jensen Interceptor 3, 1974 to 75 registration, with white wall tyres and a biscuit leather interior. Chrysler V8, of course. I think it's a 3-speed auto in these. They're worth a lot more than they used to be, aren't they? Jaguar F-Type, 2017 registration. This is the R Dynamic with all-wheel drive. I think they're going to stop making this soon, unfortunately, because I do like these actually. If that's the correct year for the car, which it might not be, the 2010 XKR, second generation of the XK. Please, actually, we'll go to this road next because we've seen something rather nice. A beige leather interior with wood. XK40, 91-92. That's rather nice, isn't it, viewers? Be careful about this XF because quite a few of them had engines that we can't discuss in them. But this one is it's a petrol. It's an XFR. Interesting, and that has a beige leather interior wood. That XK40 is a Sovereign, by the way. XJR. I think this is the X300 type. I drove one of these actually on the channel in 2021. It wasn't the XJR, it was just a normal 4-litre X300, but they are pretty nice. Oh, here we go. Look at this. '84-'85 Jaguar XJ6 Series 3, which is for sale. So dial 07939226343, 15,000. This does look like it's in absolutely amazing condition. It's a lot better than a lot of them I used to see. That's a 4.2 as well. The contrast from this Series 1 2.8. Now it's a Sovereign, which leads you to believe that it's actually a Daimler. So this will be the absolute sort of basic Daimler that they made, based on the first generation XJ, and it is a 1970. That's very nice. We would prefer the Daimlers over the Jaguars. That's just what we look at this XF. That looks very purposeful. Looks incredibly purposeful indeed. So it's an R. That's a petrol one as well. Very nice. Further, this XJ Sport over here, which is another X300, and yes, it's got a beige leather interior with dark wood this time. The Sport is a lot more sort of de-chromed than the standard ones would have been, and this one's for sale as well. Call 07951751699. 57,000 miles, 3750. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Right, we've got the X350 here. This looks pretty mean, this one, doesn't it? Goodness gracious me. XJR. Lots and lots and lots and lots of power then. I think I prefer this XJS though, viewers, to be honest. Is this a 4-litre? Is that the information sheet about the car? No, it's not, it's just this little pass thing. I don't know. Round kind of, I don't know, 1986-1987 registration. 2000 to 2001 Jaguar XK8 convertible with beige leather interior and wood. That's rather nice, viewers. Don't know why I'm so surprised, but there we go. Another X300 here. Oh, this one's for sale too. Oh no, sorry, not for sale. It's just an information sheet. So I'd like to see a nice information sheet. 3.2, 97. Sapphire blue automatic two-tone leather interior. Factory air conditioning and sunroof. Yeah, factory air conditioning will be very useful today. S-Type 2002 registration. And yes, more beige leather interiors with some light wood today. I don't know what the engine is, might just be the 2.5 in that actually. 1966 Jaguar 420G, based on the Mark 10, early 420G. Never really caught on so much as the Mark IIs did actually. Never really did. Very large car and not actually that quick, but very, very luxurious. But let's take a look at that green leather interior again. Imagine that'll be the Auto. 2004 Jaguar XK8 with the J-gate. 4.2 litre. XKR from 2001, 370 horsepower. Cream leather interior with period Motorola mobile phone. Excellent. Still wood though. Another one of these F-types, 400 Sport, 2017 to 18 registration. Another XK8, not surprising, but there are so many here already. That's a very nice dark blue. Dark blue, very, very nice. Ooh, SKR. Right, see if we could squeeze past here without knocking everything over. There we go. Second generation XK. I think that's just an XK rather than XKR. Could be wrong though. Ooh, an early XJSC. This is not the full convertible one, that came a lot later. This has this sort of more like a sort of Triumph Stag roof. 82, 83 registration, and that's for 3.6, which is much more practical than the V12. Pre-suffix Jaguar Mark II. Should say the engine size on the badge on the front actually. 2.4. That's a lovely colour, isn't it? Another one of these second generation XKs. Just normal 4.2. Another Mark II here, 1966. On a D. Ooh, very tasty beige leather interior with wood. I wonder if this is a different engine in this one. Oh yeah, it's a 3.8. It's a bit different then. Right, okay, need to move on to the next row. 2006 Holden HSV, I think this is. Oh no, sorry, this is a Monaro. I drove a Vauxhall Monaro quite recently, but somebody has, I think, the Holden badge in front unless I'm wrong. It's the Holden badge. It's no wonder I got a bit confused, but yeah, these are, even in the most basic form, quite interesting to drive. Humber Hawk, probably a pre-62 this one. Ooh, double hat and parcel shelf action.
Yeah, but I always want to bring them along.
And then a Gilbern, made in Wales. This looks a bit to me like an Invader, but I might be wrong about that, as I'm about so many things. 71, well thereabouts. 1964 Hillman Audax Minx. Someone's actually etched the windows on this as well at some point in its past. That might be the only Hillman Minx at the show views, but could be wrong. And we've hit the forward section views where we are likely to remain for some considerable time. We're not very far from Dagenham, and that tells you everything you need to know really. 1982 to 83 Ford Sierra 2 litre gear. Look at these wheel trims from the early gears. They're amazing. Sorry about this, sneeze, viewers. I did cover my mouth and not steal over the phone. Amazing. Yeah, the Sierras had very different front ends depending on what the trim designations were in the early days. Mark III Capri, 1983 to 84. This is a 2.8 injection with the RS wheels. This is a 5-speed. The 2.8 injection I've driven was a 4-speed, 1982. 82 to 83, 2.8 injection with the standard wheels actually these were at the time. I wonder if this is a 4 or 5-speed. It was an early 5-speed, this one. And next to it a Mark I Capri, 72-73 registration. This is the 3 litre of Essex and the GXL trim, so quite a high spec one, that. 1970-71 Ford Zodiac Mark IV. Manual.
Yeah, I've replaced the back ones, but the front ones, you kind of get the front ones for
Look at the rear end of these cars with those tail lights. 1966 Ford Cortina Mark I. Not surprised to put a clamp on that, that's a sensible idea. 1988 to 89 Ford Sierra Sapphire RS Cosworth. Correct wheels, I think, and the correct indicators. Ford P100. Oh, I hope this isn't the Forbidden Fuel one, viewers. I hope it's a petrol one, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a camper one of these for a really, really long time. The camper's clearly a sort of later thing because those rear lights are definitely not from the late 1980s, are they? Ooh, Capri 280 Brooklands, 1987 to 88 plate, but they actually finished production in 1986. In 2003 to 4 Ford Focus Z-Tech. Let's just say, yeah, it looks like a petrol one, that's good. I've driven tons of these on the channel. This is a 1.6, I've driven a 1.6 and a 1.8 and a 2 litre. Hillman Avengers Super 1500 Estate, 1972 to 1973. Yes please, viewers, I very much approve of things like this. Avengers are great to drive. I've driven a Chrysler Avenger, which was earlier this year actually, at Great British Car Journey in Derbyshire. Hillman Super Minx convertible, pre-Suffolk, so early 60s this one will be. Look at that American-inspired interior, that's amazing. Someone's also put some very helpful labels on the dash to make sure that they can understand what's actually there in terms of the switchgear. 1964 Ford Cortina Mark I think a 1500 GT this will be. And judging by it says, in fact it says Cortina on there, that will be a facelifted one, I think. Mark I Fiesta, quite a late one. Very, very kind of near the bottom of the specification tree, this one. 1.1L, 82-83. 1985 to 86 Ford Orion Mark I 1.6 gear with some enormous alloy wheels on it. The Orions are much rarer than the Escorts now, but I prefer the Orions, to be honest. Sort of more me, particularly in as a gear trim like this. Another Mark I Fiesta, this one's been a bit modified. Don't know what that would have been originally. Don't know what it is now either, because it's been modified. Capri 2 litre S, 1982 to 83 registration, with the side graphics. Not got the colour check interior of this one, so it must be a later one. All that the interior has been swapped out of that. Final generation Honda Prelude Type S, 1999 registration. Warning. Yeah, it's probably a Japanese import with those plates, I'd imagine. Right, more Fords. 1990-1991 Ford Sierra Sapphire RS Cosworth. Were these for standard wheels for these, or are those off a Mark III Granada? Answer the comment section below. Oh, I love this Honda Prelude. Look at this. Shiny, shiny wheels. That amazing dashboard with the sort of, you know, Star Trek style instrumentation on the left hand side for the temperature and fuel. 4th generation, 1994. Absolutely amazing. Yes, please. I would like to buy that, but I don't think it's for sale. Another one of these Ford Sierra Sapphire Cosworths, 1987 to 88 registration. And well, it's quite nice, isn't it, viewers? That's it's quite agreeable, really. And headlight wiper action as well. 1963 Ford Consul Cortina. Before the facelift that occurred in October 64, these were known as the Consul Cortina. This one's a Super. Ford Capri 3 litre S, but with a vinyl roof. It's interesting. I didn't realize you could get a vinyl roof for 3 litre S, but here is one. 1978 to 9 registration with the Carla check interior and the sunroof, so we can have a look inside there. That's good. Sunroof's handy on a day like today. Yeah, it's got an earlier grille though. That shouldn't be on a Mark III. As you can see, the front end of this laser gives more of an idea of what they should be like. 2 litre laser, very late one, 86-87 registration. The very last laser is owned by a chap called Jason, and I've seen it before actually. Oh, Hyundai Stella, yes please viewers. 1987 to 88 registration. I think we've seen this before somewhere actually. This will be one of the later ones. I can't remember what the engine's, probably 1.6 in that I imagine. Ooh, and a Zuzu. Is this the Zuzu that Ian Seabrook filmed on his channel by any chance? The 117 Coupe, yes, there we go. 79 to 80 registration. And some more Jaguar action. E-Type Series 1. Another Series 1 E-Type, but this will be the Series 1.5, I think, because of the fact it's got the exposed headlamps. 67, 68 registration. Just be careful not to get skewered by that parasol. This looks like one of these continuation cars, doesn't it? Oh yes it is, it's an 87 D-Type replica. Amazing. Basis was an XJ6. It's a very nice looking replica, it's a very accurate one, isn't it? Even down to this sort of lovely colour. Another Jaguar XK, cream leather interior, this time will be white actually. Just normal 4.2. Jaguar E-Type 1971 to 72. In that case, we're looking at a V12, aren't we? A Series 3 with sort of biscuit interior this one has. Probably a left-hand drive American import. Probably another left-hand drive American import on this Series 3 as well. More E-Type action here. Automatic transmission that one has. Another Series 3 V12. And a Series 1. Resplendent in British Racing Green with a beige leather interior. Only one on the steering wheel at that time though. Yeah, it's a 3.8 because it's got no engine badge on it. Ooh, a Daimler. A Daimler 66. A Daimler 66 in dark green with a beige leather interior and wood. Oh, viewers. Very, very nice. I do approve tremendously. Obviously, you need to be quite a rich person to have one of those and service that V12. 1973 Jaguar E-Type Series 3 V12 Roadster please inquire. Maybe we've seen the XKR at some point today as well. Either way, please call 07774 564 465. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. Right, well, I think that's it for part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Bromley Pageant of Motoring. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more incorrect information.